One Zambia, One Nation, thank you so much for joining us on this bulletin of Zanis News. To present it, I'm Michelle Lubinda. The headlines. Government buys 600,000 doses of cattle vaccines. First ever service station opens in Munilonga. Government aims to support women in mining. And Luanza traditional ceremony preps commence. The news in detail. Government will in the next few weeks commence the vaccination of cattle against the contagious bovine pleural pneumonia (CBPP) that has claimed over 1,000 heads of cattle in Western Province. Livestock and Fisheries Minister Makozo Chikote says government has bought 600,000 doses of CBPP vaccines in order to contain the disease. From Limulunga District, Darrington Kabambe now reports.
Following calls by cattle farmers in Western Province over the outbreak of contagious bovine pleural pneumonia (CBPP), which has claimed over 1,000 heads of cattle, government has responded to the plight of farmers in the region. Addressing cattle farmers in Limulunga District, Livestock and Fisheries Minister Makozo Chikote said government will consistently vaccinate heads of cattle for the next 3 years in Western Province.
Our engagement in Western Province is over CBPP, which has been a very negative aspect amongst our farmers, and actually it has affected the industry so much. Indeed, this coming around, it has made us happy because the roadmap that we have given our farmers in the Western Province of testing so that we understand the extent of the positive heads that are in the province. Then from there we make a decision and continue consistently to vaccinate for 3 years, of which it has been accepted very well amongst the stakeholders in Western Province.
And Mr. Chikote said cattle farmers are unable to sell their animals to the outside markets in the province due to CBPP.
Also, the issue of pricing is one of the factors that has arisen because of closing the province, not to allow farmers to sell their animals outside the province. So these are some of the challenges that they feel now. Once we address the issue of CBPP, the province will be open and our farmers will be able to choose where they're supposed to go and sell their animals. So this is a message that has been received by both hands, both at the BRI level and even at the village level.
Meanwhile, Muimuina Miloko, a cattle farmer, has advised all cattle farmers to ensure that their animals are vaccinated against CBPP.
We are happy to the government, the media, the government which has taken to control CBP in Western Province. Then I would like to encourage my fellow farmers to accept the idea which the government brought to us, so that we should support the government, so that we eradicate this disease for our development of our animals.
Darlington Kabambe reporting for Zanis News in Mongo District, Western Province.
In other news, the Department of Community Development has started distributing farming inputs to 700 vulnerable but viable farmers in Monze District under the wetlands component of the Food Security Park. Monze District Commissioner Mwanza Malambo says government is committed to end poverty among vulnerable households through sustainable efforts of empowering them with farming inputs. The District Commissioner said this when he officially flagged off the input distribution exercise in Machinga area of Monze District. Here is the report.
Poverty in Zambia still remains stubbornly high, with rural areas accounting for more than 70% of the national poverty rate. However, for vulnerable but viable farmers in Monze District, the introduction of social protection programs such as the wetland component under Food Security Park by the government is key in reducing poverty levels.
last year nda sumpuga uyamuchu kamboga kuti pindatene waba bantu babola kundiyungihira uti ebo mboli munkutwe koti kwakubikiraje chikutegwa uchikohewende hako yakumbera
bababo ujanika muku benefita kuri yeyi iyabulimi imwaka wakamana twakaba babo bantu ibatambula arimwe agupegwa marayirire arimwe agubereha nitwagamana gubereha twagajana bubo tuguti twagari bantu bajoge dance bari down noni twagapegwa gure yeyo twagapegwa twagabereha nitwagamana gubereha butebuzi gwagaboneka kwamba guti bwabota gwinda mazubaho mwatusumpura mwatunya mwena kambo bana bajingwa yagwinka mugati mwigoro munindu sketo bawo guchitwaga nyina yaguchitaino twajana yaguchitagwinda mugati munindunyo.
Moonze District Commissioner Mwanza Malambo, who flagged off the input distribution to 700 farmers in the district, says the government would continue to support rural farmers through innovative programs to improve their lives.
The component of wetlands last year helped many of our community members to have more money in their pockets and improve the standard of living and reduce poverty. We therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, call for community commitment and hard work, especially you, the beneficiaries.
When our farmers are given the inputs, they are expected to pay back just a 300. After paying back, our farmers are expected to sit with other beneficiaries and decide on the project that they want to embark on. For example, maybe chicken rearing, they can go into goat rearing. So we give them back their monies that they deposit in their account.
Frederick Manja for Zanis News, Moonze District, Southern Province.
In Lusaka Province, Chongwe District Commissioner Evans Lupia has implored smallholder farmers in the district to reduce dependence on maize farming by diversifying into yam farming. Dr. Lupia notes that yam, a cash crop, has less production costs compared to maize and has readily available market. The district commissioner was speaking during a field day organized by the Yam Orange Zambia in Kanakantapa area of Chongwe district. Sheila Makosa has the details in the following report.
Yam is one of the cash crops that government has been promoting among farmers in the country. The crop is not only nutritious but is also cheaper to grow compared to maize and can be reproduced in various byproducts that are on high demand from the public. In a bid to promote the growth of the crop among smallholder farmers, Yam Orange Zambia held a field day at a demo farm in Kanakantapa farm block of Chongwe district. Chongwe District Commissioner Evans Lupia, who graced the event, encouraged farmers in the area to diversify from maize farming and start growing other cash crops such as yam, which have readily available market.
In view of the government's drive to promote diversified agriculture production, it's praiseworthy that Yam Orange Zambia is contributing to actualizing the policy through awareness creation and capacity building initiatives on improved yam production techniques. Those farmers and cooperatives involved in agro-processing must take advantage of the vast opportunities in the yam value chain. I challenge the farming community to embrace crop diversification, particularly yam production, as part of the package of economic transformation.
Founder of Yam Orange Zambia, Michael Mwandila, highlighted some of the activities the organization is undertaking to promote yam farming in the country.
Our vision is to complement maize with organic yam production by 2035. Our objectives are to full utilization of indigenous crop yam and commercialize it, to train and empower smallholder farmers in new techniques in growing organic yam and value addition, to produce health medicinal organic yam foodstuffs.
Meanwhile, farmers who attended the field day had this to say.
It is important that we embrace new crops. And I think from the explanations they've given us, it seems yams has a lot of benefits. It's not just, it could not just turn out to be a staple food, it could also be a herbal of food. So it is important that I think a lot of us should diversify.
I found it was a very good chance for me to grow yam because yam does not need any fertilizer. It only needed my own energy. And the land. You have the land, energy, and the manure is the very grass.
Sheila Makosa Reporting for Zanis in Chongwe District.
In Wapula Province, over 1,200 pupils at Mukambo Secondary School in Mwansabombwe District are set to benefit from a solar-powered borehole installed at the school. The borehole was set up at a cost of 200,000 kwacha by the Zambia Institute of Environmental Health, with support from the Water for Kids, a UK-based organization. Lewis Changwe has more in the following report.
Cooperating partners have continued supplementing government effort of providing clean and safe drinking water to members of the community. In Mwansabombwe District, the local authority, with financial support from Water for Kids, has installed a solar-powered borehole at Mukamba Secondary School to supply piped water to the learning institution and the surrounding community.
We have 2 stand taps for the community and 3 for the school. The project was financed by Water for Kids, who are based in UK, through Zambia Institute of Environmental Health. So we'd like to thank our partners for coming through to make sure that we give our people safe and clean water.
Water is for life. Kanshi tuletasha pakulengo kutukwata elishukolya kwata menshi. Kabili tulesubira okutila ama cooperating partners yakatuwafu akabiri ukuchita extend iyi project.
Pupils and school management at the school are delighted for the gesture.
We just want to give thanks to the donor WFK for this facility of water which has been brought into this school, Mukamba. We've stayed for quite a long time without water, and we only relied on one borehole.
By safeguarding the facility and putting it to good use, let's avoid vandalism of this project.
Lewis Changwe, Zanis, Mwansabombwe, Luapula Province.
We take a break, and when we come back, first ever fuel service station opened in Mwinilunga District. Stay tuned.
Hello, it's time for you to know your rights. For ignorance of the law is no defense.
People should report any case of gender-based violence to the police. They should not be tempted to compromise the cases, because compromising a case of gender-based violence is actually an offense.
Zambia, like any other country, has got laws that govern the welfare of its citizens.
We provide some check, some oversight on the police service.
When an officer misconducts himself, he's alone. One person being beaten is enough for the commission to move. The Constitution tells us that the people of Zambia must enjoy their liberties.
Every week on Thursday at 19:30 hours, the Zambia News and Information Services, Zanis, brings to your screens a program dubbed Police and the Community.
If we, the police, and you, member of the public, will work together, because the common enemy we have before us is the criminal.
Catch Zanis TV on Channel 6 DTT and Channel 458 DTH. Zanis TV, the People's Channel. Life is a journey full of varied experiences. Can we reach our desired destiny? Can we achieve our desired goals? If yes, then how? Join Juliet Mutale on Thursday at 18:30 hours on How I Made It, a program that highlights various success stories from different personalities with different life experiences and backgrounds. Catch Zanis TV on Channel 6 DTT and Channel 458 DTH. Zanis TV, the People's Channel.
Welcome back. The first ever standard fuel service station has opened in Mwinilunga District of Northwestern Province. The development has cheered motorists in the area who formed long queues at the new service station to have their cars and motorbikes refueled during the commissioning ceremony. Obed Lijimu now reports.
From a distance, one may conclude this long queue of motor vehicles at this fueling station is due to a looming fuel shortage. Well, this is not the case. Mwinilunga motorists can't wait to have their cars refueled at the district's first ever standard fuel service station. District Commissioner Harrison Kamuna and Town Council Chairperson Jonathan Chinimba are equally excited to officially commission the fueling station.
We are very grateful. You have touched us. For us to score the dictates of the 8th National Development Plan without gas in the land, it is a white elephant. The name of this road is called T5. From Umutanda It goes all the way to Jimbe, beyond Jimbe, all the way through Angola to Lubito Bay. It means vessels from Lubito Bay will pause here to refuel. Now, if the challenges come, like maybe taking a patient to the hospital and fuel is not there, we are trying to deliver the CDF material, fuel is not there. All those challenges will be issues of the past because of the presence of Mount Meru in this.
Motorists cannot hide their joy over this long-awaited development.
We are happy. Now we can buy cheaper fuel from Mount Meru filling station.
Look, we have really suffered for a long time. We've been getting fuel on the black market, so to speak. And there will be transportation, if you notice very well. At some point, we will get fuel at as high as 70 kwacha, you can imagine. Total excitement on my part.
Mount Meru is the oil marketing company behind this important economic investment.
Assure our customers right now is Meru has got the product. We have our own trucks. As we are speaking right now, we've got a truck packed full of product.
Reporting for Zanis, Obed Dilijim in Mwilunga district, Northwestern Province.
Still in Northwestern Province, a Zambian contractor, Bet Pave, has been engaged to upgrade the Chingola-Solwezi road into a dual carriageway. Provincial Permanent Secretary Grandson Katambi says the expansion of the road will help decongest traffic and foster economic development. Mwiche Chipoya reports that the contractor has since mobilized equipment in readiness to commence construction works.
This is part of the equipment that will be used to upgrade the Solwezi-Chingola road into a dual carriageway. Bedpave, the contractor who has been engaged, is mobilizing the equipment in readiness to commence the works. Northwestern Province Permanent Secretary Colonel Grandson Katambi has inspected the equipment.
Just wanted to come and confirm that actually the equipment has started arriving. As regards duration, this is a PPP program, and it's up to the funders. I think depending on the pace, how much they have, and that would dictate the speed at which the road will go or the project will go.
Colonel Katambi has implored the people of Northwestern Province to embrace the project.
I want to make it abundantly clear that it's not about a certain group of people where this project is taking place. It's for all the children, all the people that are found in Northwestern Province, because these are their benefits which were being promised by the head of state.
Kivanza Ward Councillor is happy that the contractor has set up his base in his area.
Therefore, we really thank you, and through our group headman here, group leader Nkunka, who's the serving leader for the place where the company or station is come, we are really thankful, and we'll make sure there will be maximum order. We exercise maximum discipline so that we send a very good signal.
And the contractor has assured of quality works.
We are promising you to do a good job. This is the project for the Zambian people. This is for foreigners. Let's just support our own Zambians. We are doing it as Zambians. This is our own country. This is our road.
Mwiche Chipoya reporting for Zanis, Solwezi District, Northwestern Province.
In a related development, sensitization campaigns to communities and businesses expected to be affected by the proposed construction of the Lusaka-Ndola dual carriageway has commenced in Masaiti district. This is in preparation for the upgrade of the road to dual carriageway, whose works are expected to commence soon. Project consultant held a meeting with the government officials, civic and traditional leaders in Masangano. Kwachi Chanda has more in the following report.
Masaiti district is among the districts that will benefit from the upgrading of the Lusaka-Ndola road to a dual carriageway with a stretch of 90 kilometers of the 327 kilometers. The construction of the road will see a number of people and businesses affected to pave way for the construction of the road. This is why the Environment Science and Engineering Consultants Limited has begun sensitization in the district and also to take stock of those that will be affected during that course.
Bantu government ilefwaya kuti nomba itambe okulankulonsa ewoli nomba batire before tabalatampa full olusimu manje tena instruction uwanesu valefula vatawakatatu pango yokusero best tukeshive nivanani ava umusibo oyu kufuma kuchiwombo 6 miles okusafika $1 roundabout $1 Central Hospital to lero meeting number 1 kala na meeting yambi ambapo kala kumana mfield wote ngefiyo mwebene bakula bopera pamoja na ikonomi kwa ati watawele kwa kuisa kwa watu na basa next time sabati ali number 10 mfield mama ketish ngaba baba sana mambo ya kusoma bana ndio hapo tuleta kwa pano trade but gatwa tuisho report our government na bendo bakala tukonga food case our ministry of infrastructure nabo bakesa nomba okupita mu food not in permitting engage out nabenda bakala food muri balabere kumana report to.
And the district administration in Masaiti had an appeal to make.
Na wa mama site kenyengi pape che wale mngala kutawi biru fakuti ya sasa hivi lakini ama info tena twakana contractor tunge twapanga lero lyashana making a follow up na barati abengawa matayiniza banchi beka ngapundika mbe kozi bala bakapa ngomo amalofu akashale sasa ngomo tune mashaka mpanginga kama ibatsha balinga line.
The upgrading of the Lusaka-Ndola Road to a dual carriageway will help reduce traffic as well as promote economic growth. Nkwachi Chanda, Zanis, Masaiti District, Copperbelt Province.
Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Permanent Secretary in charge of Technical Services, Nicholas Piri, has called on local authorities to support President Hakainde Hichilema's agenda of successfully implementing the Constituency Development Fund (CDF) through improved data collection mechanisms. Speaking during an orientation for local authorities planners on CDF data capturing and monitoring tools, Mr. Piri explains that CDF is a flagship program for government which has increased both in scope and extent. The Permanent Secretary stressed the importance of developing data capturing tools for enhanced monitoring and evaluation of the CDF. And Mr. Piri has noted that decentralization has for a long time been more rhetoric without practical steps to actualize it, but that the current administration has changed the narrative. Mr. Piri said that through the decentralization agenda, CDF will ensure that services are taken closer to the people. Meanwhile, Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Planning and Information Development Director, Ngoza Muntali, says the ministry has for the past 2 years faced challenges with consolidation of data. Dr. Muntali hoped that the workshop will help to develop a standardized tools that respond to the challenges of data collection.
And so what the CDF program as a flagship undertaking is trying to do is to bring home, to bring to reality, to actualize the decentralization agenda. And obviously, decentralization in itself is not the end, but the means to the end, because then it is the vehicle that is going to assure and ensure that we take services closest to the people where they are. And what an honor it is for you, dear colleagues, the planners, to be serving in that portfolio at a time that decentralization, taking services closer to the people in the most effective and efficient manner is happening at our time. I think it is an honor that we should embrace and ensure that it becomes a reality.
It is because of that recognition, yes, that we came up to develop a standardized template, a standardized tool that hopefully will cater to the needs of the various stakeholders, if not all of them. There's also been an effort to create a dashboard. So that speaks to the different formats that the data has been requested for.
Association of Women in Mining President Namakau Kayingo has called on government to continue supporting women in mining in the country. Ms. Kayingu says women have invested in gemstone and jewelry sector of the mining industry and, if supported, can add value to their products and contribute to the economic development. Ms. Kayingu was speaking during the exhibition by over 15 African countries of gemstone and jewelry in Ndola. Details in the following report.
Zambia has successfully held its first ever Africa Gemstone and Jewelry Exhibition Conference in Ndola with participants from over 15 African countries. The hosting of the Gemstone and Jewelry Exhibition Conference was as a result of the African Free Trade Area signed by the African Union member states in 2018. Women face a lot of challenges in the mining industry. Therefore, Association of Zambian Women in Mining are calling on government to continue supporting them.
Very, very happy, and I'm urging government to give us more support as women, because when I looked at the conference, most of the presenters are women. And because most of the presenters are women, it means women have more interest in using the jewelry.
The conference was a good platform for shared knowledge and skills.
Once you add value to the gemstones, the price goes up. And in doing so, then you'll be able to contribute effectively to the economy of Zambia as compared from selling those gemstones.
And I'm here in Zambia and Ndola, exhibiting some of the products that are found in Tanzania. Like here we have Tanzanite that is only found in Tanzania, and then this one is rough, and then we cut them and have them into polished pieces. And actually this is a very, very, very beautiful conference that we came. We had 2 days of conference, and now we're exhibiting our pieces here. The networking, the connection that we acquired from this conference is amazing, and actually we even think it should be twice a year instead of just once a year.
During the conference, the nation also launched its first Zambian gem cut, the eagle-shaped gemstone, which will provide a unique identity for the country to compete on the international market. Marichola for Zanis in Ndola.
In Lusaka, a local firm has partnered with the Zambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry to host a mining and agriculture exposition in Lusaka. Hit Gautlut Consultant Chief Executive Officer Elizabeth Chilangwa says the expo, dubbed the Zambia-Nigeria Mining and Agriculture Expo, which will be held from the 1st to the 3rd August this year, is meant to provide an opportunity for local and foreign investors to interact with key players in the mining and agriculture sectors. Speaking at a media briefing in Lusaka, Ms. Chilangwa revealed that about 100 Nigerian companies have already confirmed participation. She adds that Nigerian firms have expressed willingness to take part due to Zambia's friendly investment environment. Ms. Chilangwa adds that the expo, which is expected to be supported by the Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry, will explore the use of African Continental Free Trade Area in ensuring effective payment systems. She has further observed that the continent needs to find alternative payment systems that will have less challenges. Ms. Chilangwa notes that the certain global payment systems are not tailored for the local markets. And in education news, Minister of Education Douglas Yakalima has appealed to all education stakeholders in the country to complement the government's effort in building more classrooms, especially at primary and secondary school levels. Mr. Siakalima says it is essential for stakeholders to prioritize and invest in the education sector in order to achieve a positive gender parity in education attainment, address the issue of classroom space, and ensure that everyone has equal chance to acquire knowledge, skills, and opportunities for personal and societal advancement. Speaking when he opened the 2023 Joint Sectoral Review meeting in Lusaka, Mr. Siakalima said the appeal is in order to redeem the increased number of enrollments in schools as a result of the free education policy which was introduced by government.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with the introduction of education reform policy, the ministry has witnessed a high increase in school enrollments. The increase in enrollment has resulted in 80 to 120 learners per classroom in most schools, especially in rural areas. This situation has also resulted in adequate number of desks. In order to remedy this situation, I strongly wish to appeal to all stakeholders to complement government's effort in building more classrooms, especially at primary and secondary school levels.
Visits were undertaken to the following 6 provinces, and that is Eastern Province, Luapula, Lusaka, Northwestern, Southern, and Western provinces. As such, it is my expectation that the findings that will be shared at this meeting will be used to inform our education programming in the coming years for the betterment of our learners and leaving no one.
In many ways, we look at this last year as a transition year as we await the finalization of the education sector policy and the education strategy to guide the sector. We would like to reiterate as cooperating partners the importance of strategic vision and good planning in the education sector. And we are keen to learn from the Ministry of Education how the ministry wants to address the issues of low learning outcomes, where the ministry wants to go in terms of teacher development, and the strategies to enhance education infrastructure and to retain teachers in remote areas so that we can work together with you to support your vision and your strategies. We are looking forward to an opportunity for open and meaningful discussion in the next couple of days that will help guide and improve the future coordination of the education sector.
We take you to Parliament, where Speaker of the National Assembly, Nelly Muti, has called on her staff to ensure that they keep their surroundings clean as they execute their duties. Ms. Muti said a clean and healthy environment spurs good productivity. Zanis reports that the Speaker said this when she flagged off the Keep Parliament Clean campaign at Parliament buildings. More in the following report.
Government has continued to advocate for a clean and healthy environment through various campaigns, which includes the relaunch of the Keep Zambia Clean, Green and Healthy campaign early this year. In this vein, barely 3 weeks ago, Speaker of the National Assembly, Nelly Muti, launched the Keep Parliament Clean initiative. Today, the Speaker of the National Assembly flagged the campaign. Ms. Muti led staff at the National Assembly in cleaning their surroundings with a call for them to inculcate the spirit of cleanliness as they carry out their duties.
Recall that exactly 3 weeks ago, I had the honor to officially launch our inaugural Keep Parliament Clean initiative on Monday, 26 June 2023. At that occasion, I stressed the value of a clean and healthy environment as it relates to improved productivity and quality of life that we all desire for ourselves and for future generations. In view of the foregoing, today I'm pleased to get the ball rolling and join forces with you all on this exercise of keeping Parliament clean. In conclusion, let me make a clarion call on each and every one of us to cooperate and take personal responsibility to ensure that this assignment is successfully executed.
And the second Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Frank Moyo, was also present and echoed the Speaker's sentiments.
I think it's long overdue. As you can see, there's litter all over the place, and this initiative will ensure that the place remains healthy. And this program has been launched. The onus is on us, each and every member of staff, MPs inclusive, to ensure that this place is clean. Whatever we litter, it has to be collected and deposited in the right place. So for this program to be sustained, it requires the concerted effort from all the stakeholders, especially the staff.
Jane Simalumba Zanis in Lusaka.
Finally, in the news, spouses to New Apostolic Church apostles in Luangwa have donated assorted cleaning materials and other items worth over 20,000 kwacha to the district hospital maternity wing. Handing over the donation, Elizabeth Soko, who is wife to the district apostle Kabuba Soko, says the church understands the challenges faced by expectant mothers, hence the move to donate to the hospital. Luangwa District Commissioner Luka Chikani thanked the church for supporting government to promote good health at the institution. Mr. Chikani said the donation will go a long way in reducing challenges faced by expectant mothers at the hospital. He further called on the church in the district to sensitize their members on government empowerment programs. Meanwhile, Luangwa District Hospital Medical Officer in charge, Noah Mundia, thanked the church for the gesture, saying it will supplement government efforts in the provision of needs for the patients.
So as sisters, we thought that it was worth it to donate things to maternity wing. So the total amount of all these things is 20,650 kwacha.
This donation to our hospital here will go a long way into resolving some of these requirements that we need today. Please continue with this partnership. We say thank you, Luyando sisters.
We'd like to thank the New Apostolic Church for the assorted donation that you've given to the hospital. We are thankful that you took note of our needs assessment and also went a step further to donate the few assorted things you've got for us to the maternity ward.
As we end the news, a recap of stories that made headlines. Government buys 600,000 doses of cattle vaccines. First ever service station opens in Munilonga. Government aids to support women in mining. And Luanza traditional ceremony preps commence. That's all we could package on behalf of the entire production team. This has been Michelle Olubinda. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, it's bye-bye and God bless.